everyone, Nat 1995 here in the video game fanfiction plot with a new chapter for you all in the Chi Wizard Ninja, and remember, I do not own the Naruto series or this story. I give full credit to its author by ChaosMagemon. Monkeying around. In the village of Kumagakure, village hidden in the clouds, two dark-skinned Kumo ninja, a boy named Amoy and a girl named Kurui, were walking around through Kumo's market. I sure hope we have enough money to cover B-sensei's list, Amoy said in worry. Oh, quit your complaining, you baby, Kurui chided as they started gathering stuff. Amoy picked some things out until he saw hanging from an antique cart was a monkey-shaped puppet with a green robe, red cape, red hair, a short beard, and carried a small walking stick. He picked it up and smirked, looking over at Kurui, who was paying for some stuff. Hey Kurui, Amoy said, and just as the girl turned around she was face to face with the puppet. Hello. Amoy made the puppet's mouth move. Kurui screamed before regaining her composure and growled, "Get that stupid thing out of my face, Amoy." She went to grab it and took hold of the leg, pulling it, making a click sound. Suddenly, from very far away on a remote island inside a volcano of gelatin, light another monkey puppet like the one, and inside it was a real monkey that looked like the puppet, only was real. Another puppet's leg was pulled. "It's showtime!" he cried as his spirit was pulled from the puppet and flew off to his other puppet. The puppet Amoy was holding started glowing as a red aura surrounded both the puppet and Kurui, who started screaming. Suddenly, standing before the surprised ninja was the monkey creature himself, free at last. It jumped around and shook Amoy's hand. "Hey there, buddy boy. The Monkey King's back in the game. Sorry, I don't do autographs." Amoy looked down, seeing Kurui was transformed into a small puppet version of herself. "Kurui." He picked her up. "What happened to her?" "Funny you ask. You see, pulling my leg puts you in stitches, and since Kurui did it to me, she's where she is today. Isn't she so lucky?" the Monkey King asked pleasantly. Amoy railed. "Oh well, you'll laugh later. Listen kid, I'm in need of some help." The monkey talked like a crime boss. "See, I'm looking for someone. Ya ever see someone who looks like this?" He takes some paper and draws a perfect image of Jackie Chan. "Never seen him before. Who is he?" Amoy asked. The Monkey King, hearing this, got into Amoy's face. "Who is he? Who is he? He's only my worst and notorious enemy, Jackie Chan. And when I find him, he will pay for humiliating me. But until I find him, I'm overdue for a long line of pranks. So nice meeting you, kid." He extended his paw, but as Amoy shook it, he was shocked. The Monkey King revealed he was wearing a hand buzzer, always a classic. He chuckled before jumping away, leaving the shinobi confused. "I knew something bad would happen today," he said to himself. Later that day in Konoha at the Namikaze mansion, Naruto was practicing some taijutsu in the gym. When he finished up, he went for his kitchen to get some grub. When he got there, he saw Jade, Jackie, Viper, and two new ones. One was a muscle-bound guy wearing a suit and tie, and a red and yellow mask with an ox head symbol on the forehead part, and accompanying him was a teenage boy about Jade's age with short brown hair, wore sneakers, jeans, and a green shirt. "Company?" Naruto asked. "Hey Naruto, just in time." Jade brought him over to the table. "Allow me to introduce to you the last members of the Jade team. Meet professional wrestler El Toro Fuert, and his apprentice Peiko." "Hola." El Toro greeted. "Gracias for welcoming us into your home, Senor Naruto." Peiko thanked him. "Ah yes, Jade mentioned about you guys, the extra muscle of the Jade team, and the scrawny one," Naruto joked. Peiko scowled. "I am not scrawny anymore." Jade and Naruto chuckled as Naruto spoke. "So what brings you two all the way to our village?" El Toro was in need of a good vacation from all the wrestling in Mexico, and Jade invited us here, Peiko answered. "We're so lucky Senor Black sent Section 13's private jet to pick us up." "Well then, allow me to properly welcome you to Konoha by giving you the grand tour," Naruto offered. "Mucho appreciate, Senor Naruto," El Toro replied. "Then what are we waiting for?" Jade asked. Soon Naruto, the Chans and their guests were walking around Konoha, While the two guests got to know the place, and next we got the training grounds, where our ninja go to practice and hone their abilities, Naruto explained as he heard the sounds of grunting and exercise calls, speak of the devil. They walked and saw Team Guy training in their specific ninja fields. Hey guys! Naruto called, getting the squad's attention. Naruto! Tenten called as she ran over, embracing her man, and they kissed. On Naruto and the chance, what brings you here on this youthful morning? Guy asked. Just showing some friends around, Guy. Meet El Toro and Peiko. Viper said as El Toro and Peiko approached. Hola! They greeted. Welcome dear guests, I am Might Guy, Konoha's beautiful green beast, and my adorable students Lee, Tenten, and Neji. El Toro and Peiko were confused by Guy's choice in titles, while Naruto whispered to Tenten, personally you're the only adorable one of his students. Tenten blushed, oh you. Guy noticed El Toro's mask. My eternal rival Kakashi must have inspired you to conceal your face, who else would wear a mask that covers the youthful look? El Toro feared than ever removes his mask. The wrestler replied. Just like my eternal rival. I wonder how bright the springtime of youth burns within you. I request a spar from you, El Toro. Guy requested. A spar? El Toro asked. But all fighting must be done in a ring. Peiko protested. And so it shall. Naruto said as he snapped his fingers as shadows appear on the ground, and rising up from them were the squid Shadowken that stood on four corners, stretching their tentacles out, forming a ring around El Toro and Guy. Deja vu. Peiko said. Don't worry, they're allies now. Naruto's got them under control. Jade assured her friend. Shindu grumbled in Naruto's thoughts, more like I'm the reason he's got them under control. Don't train on my parade, Shindu. Naruto thought. Well then we have a ring, let's spar. Guy ranted. Go sensei. Lee cheered. Just once I wanted a normal training schedule. Neji sighed. El Toro, not wanting to dishonor Guy, threw off his suit, revealing his wrestling outfit underneath. Let's spar, amigo. So Guy took off, pitting his own taijutsu style against El Toro's wrestling. Now feel the power of youth. Guy was using his dynamic entry move, but El Toro, using the Shadowken tentacles used for ropes, bounced off them, colliding with Guy. As the two crashed, Guy tried lifting El Toro up to throw him over, but didn't have the strength to, and instead was picked up by the wrestler, who held him high before throwing him down onto the ground. Get up, Guy-sensei. Remember your flames of youth. Lee cried, embarrassing his teammates. Guy, stricken by his student's words, rolled out of the way before El Toro could body slam him. Good moves, El Toro, but my flames don't dwindle that easy. The two continued going at it. Guy-sensei is amazing. Lee cheered. Your Guy is impressive, but El Toro is the best. Peiko put in. Actually boys, it's Jackie who's the best. Jade interrupted. It is El Toro. Guy-sensei. Jackie. El Toro. Guy-sensei. Jackie. El Toro. Guy-sensei. Jackie. El Toro. Guy-sensei. As they continued arguing, Jackie sighed. Jade still has the habits of when she was younger. Old habits die hard, Jackie. Viper reminded him. Neji, Naruto, and Tenten watched the bickering between the three. Look at them squabbling like infants. Neji said. Hey, ease up, Neji. I like this side of Jade. Naruto chuckled amusingly. Suddenly appearing by them was Tsunade, Sakura, and Shizu. There you all are. What's going on here? Tsunade asked as the two fighters halted their match. Lady Tsunade, just a friendly spar. Guy answered. Well, it'll have to end. Naruto, Jade, you two and Sakura have a mission. Tsunade explained. What's the details? Naruto asked. There've been numerous reports of a monkey character causing pranks and mischief among various villages outside Konoha. Tsunade explained. At the sound of that, Jackie and Jade froze. Monkey character? Jackie asked. Causing pranks and mischief? Jade asked. The Monkey King. The two called. Monkey King? Team Guy asked. You've heard of this prankster? Shizune asks the uncle and niece. More like know him. Jackie corrected. But how's that possible? We left his puppet buried in a volcano of gelatin. Jade said until Uncle and Tahu approached as if it were their cue. Monkey King's spirit is connected to all Monkey King puppets that share a similar property as the so-called handmade one you bought from my competition. Uncle lectured Jackie, who smiled sheepishly at his mistake years ago. Shindu suddenly kicked in and spoke through Naruto. You were actually foolish enough to pull the leg of the Monkey King puppet-chan? What's a Monkey King? Sakura asked, feeling confused, as did Team Guy. Shindu answered, the Monkey King, dear child, was a mischievous character in folklore. A prankster monkey in the art of mischief who is imprisoned as a puppet. Whosoever pulls his leg will release him and put the one foolish enough to release him into stitches and wood. In other words, the Monkey King becomes alive while you become a puppet. Jade translated. Whoa! Sakura gasped. It's no doubt the Monkey King is looking for us. Jackie motioned to his niece and uncle. As usual, all folklore creatures are after us. Jade said. Is there any way to stop him? Viper asked. The only way for Monkey King to be defeated is to pull the leg of the one who freed him. Uncle said. Good luck finding whoever did, but Daolun Wong was able to reverse the effect without pulling his leg. Can't we simply do the same? Jade asked. I do not know of chi spell to do so, therefore we must do research. Uncle ordered. In the meantime, find that Monkey King and take him hostage. His pranks have been reported to be very dangerous and harmful. Tsunade ordered. You got it, Grandma Tsunade. Naruto said, turning to Sakura, who nodded, ready to go. Hold up, against Monkey Boy we need some extra muscle. Jackie, Taru, Viper, El Taro, Peiko, the J team is up for another adventure. Jade said. I'm down with that. Viper smirked. See, I have missed the J team days. Peiko agreed. I'm sorry, Senor Guy, but our match must be postponed. That's quite all right, El Taro. We shall continue our match when you return. Guy said as the Squid Shadow can return to the shadows. I will research spell to turn Monkey King back into a puppet. Uncle told the team. Well then, J team, let's get going. Jade said as the old team, Naruto, and Sakura headed off to find the Monkey King before his tricks and pranks cause harm to anyone innocent. Soon the group was rushing through the forest outside the village. So how are we going to deal with this Monkey King? Sakura asked. He was a great lover of pranks, and the one thing he hated more than anything is being upstaged. Jade explained. And when he senses he's being upstaged, he doesn't take it well. Jackie added. Well, when I see this Monkey King, I'll show him the true meaning of prank. Naruto smirked. Meanwhile, about a few miles away from them in a village, the Monkey King stood before the village that looked like a total wreck. Ah, so many pranks, so little time. And boy, the people here are more fun to prank in this land. He chuckled while reminiscing some mischief he caused hours ago. Flashback. A few countries far from Konoha in Yugakure, Hot Springs Country, Ichi and Kisame of the Akatsuki ran into two of their fellow members, one with blonde hair like Naruto's, only his was styled into a ponytail and a long bang covering his right eye. The second was a guy with a round body hunched over like he was crawling on his hands and knees with a black cloth covering his mouth to his nose. Well, Deidara and says Aori. It's funny running into you two here. Kisame smirked. Well, Kisame my man, weren't expecting you two here either. The blonde known as Deidara said. We were just passing by, and you two? Ichi asked as the one known as Aori spoke in a deep hoarse voice. Same as you. Now can we please go, Deidara? I hate waiting a lot, but waiting around I hate even more. Deidara sighed. Hey Ichi, wanna swap partners? Before the Uchiha could answer, they heard a lot of commotion coming from. Did you leave behind your clay molds, Deidara? Aori asked in agitation. Hell no, all my clay is here, besides it's just be a waste. Think we should see what it's all about? Kisame asked. If it's not involving us, then there's no point. Ichi answered as stoic as ever. Well, I'm interested, let's check it out. Deodara said as the Shark Man and Blonde went to see what all the commotion was about, much to the ire of their partners. I actually agree about transferring partners. Sazori said to Ichi. We should follow them. Ichi said as they did. They arrived to discover the village was in a bit of a shamble with the streets torn up, food stands knocked down, and food lying all around. Who's responsible for all of this? Deodara asked. Yoo-hoo. They turned seeing a female figure in a white frilly dress with a veil over her face with an open parasol standing off to the side. Could you gentlemen protect me? I was nearly ambushed by some crazy creature. She spoke like a southern belle and jumped into the arms of Deodara. He was so hairy and held things with his feet, and even worse he has a long tail. Deodara was agitated by this woman but noticed something coming out from her dress, that looked like a long brown tail confusing him as he looked at the woman who ripped her veil off revealing the Monkey King wearing lipstick. Kiss me big boy. He cackled. Deodara freaked out throwing the monkey aside as he ripped off the dress and was back in his regular outfit. What the hell is that? Deodara asked. Oh no, it can't be. Sazori gasped. Hey there fellas, MK slid over to Ichi gripping part of his cloak. Nice fashion sense. You guys in some kind of club, are there any openings? Kisame frowned, your voice is annoying. He did some hand signs, Sueton, Bakusuazuha, water style, bursting water collision waves. He expelled a large volume of water from his mouth at the monkey. But to the forced surprise the ape was dressed as a surfer while riding a surfboard on top of the huge wave. Yeah surf's up dudes, gnarly waves. MK called in a surfer accent before pulling out some iron chain ropes and lassoed them around Kisame and reeled him in while the monkey was suddenly dressed as a fisherman on a boat on top of the waves. Whew! I got me a live one here folks, and it's a whopper. He spoke like an old fisherman. Kisame growled as he broke out of the chains and tried swinging Samada at the monkey who jumped off the wave landing on the ground. Oh man you guys are so funny it's to die for. Kisame growled wanting another go until Ichi held an arm out stopping him. Allow me, he launched a fireball jutsu at the Monkey King striking him. Kisame and Deodara were sure that got him but gawked seeing the creature dressed as a hobo sitting in front of a campfire made from the cheese jutsu while holding a fried chicken. Did you order extra crispy or an original recipe? MK asked. What are we dealing with here? Kisame growled. I don't know, but I think he needs to be taught a lesson. Deodara reached into his punch for some clay as a mouth on his palm started munching on it and out from the mouth came a clay model of a monkey. Hey there, for being so funny here's a present. He tossed it to the monkey. For me? You shouldn't have. MK smiled as he held it but it exploded right in his face leaving him covered in soot. Now that's funny. Deodara chuckled. MK frowned before shaking the soot off his face before laughing. Oh you got me good there, so here have a Cuban cigar on me. He popped a cigar in Deodara's mouth and lit it with the end giving a firework sparks before it exploded in Deodara's face leaving him covered with soot and the exploded cigar fell out of his mouth. No, that's funny. MK corrected the bomber. Well fellas it's been fun but I got to make like a banana and split. MK dashed off. That's the let me at that chimp. Deodara attempts to go after him but a metal tail extended from Sazori's behind blocking him. Don't be a fool Deodara, none of you have any idea what you're messing with. Sazori do you actually know that flea-bitten chimp? Kisame asked. I do, he's regarded as the Monkey King. Monkey King? Ichi asked. Yes a prankster monkey that was once a puppet even I never dared to tamper with. Come Deodara we're leaving. He turns to leave. What we're just gonna let that tape go after that stunt he pulled? Deodara argued. His actions do not concern us, Sazori answered, now let's go. Deodara reluctantly joined his partner leaving behind their fellow members. What should we do Ichi? It does not concern us either Kisame, let's go. Ichi walked off with Kisame following while the shark looked back thinking, good luck to whoever crosses paths with that guy. Flashback ends. The Monkey King pulled out a map, now where can I go prank next? His head suddenly shot up, my simian senses are tingling. He turned around seeing the J-team with Naruto and Sakura. Joke's over, monkey boy. Jade warned him. Well, if it isn't my old friends the Chans. MK jumped over, landing on Jackie's head, knocking on it. Jack man, you're looking lively. Jackie tried to grab him only to miss and hit his own head. Ouch. MK landed by Jade. Hey there kid, you sure aren't a squirt anymore. Got that right. Jade pulled his arm into a lock but suddenly found herself holding onto a novelty fake arm. Stupid trick. She grumbled. MK appeared crawling over Taru. Hey big guy, you've lost weight haven't you? Taru tried to grab him but missed as Monkey King stood before them all. Why couldn't you stay in stitches like a good little puppet? Jackie asked. Hey, not my fault, people love pulling my leg. The monkey answered. But it is your fault for endangering lives with your stupid pranks. Sakura chided. MK turned to her. Stupid? I'll have you know, Pinky, my acts are top of the line. He declared, standing proudly with his chest out. More like bottom of the food chain. Naruto approached. Oh great, a critic. MK grumbled. I'm Naruto Uzumaki, prankster extraordinaire of Konoha. And your worst nightmare. Ooh, I'm shaking in my little monkey feet. MK faked shuddering. You will be, because we're all about to put the kibosh on your jokes. Naruto waved his hand. Gan, Ren, Kui, Zen, DZ. Materializing through blue smoke appeared his 4 regular dark chi warriors, but suddenly a 5th one joined them. As it turns out, it was Tayuya, Orochimaru's former Sound 4 ninja. After much convincing from Naruto as well as the removal of her curse seal, she agreed to help Naruto, but claimed to only want to do it because she had nothing else to do, and it beat having to be in Konoha lockup for life. After her makeover, Tayuya's dark chi warrior form had the basic skin coloring, pointed ears, and darker red hair, which remained in her regular style. Her outfit included black leather pants, and a black gothic corset that hugged her body. Her weapon was a dark chi enhanced version of her flute, and to finish it, Naruto dubbed her the nickname DZ, Chinese for bamboo flute. Finally, a frickin' chance to break my abilities in. DZ grumbled. So who's the patient? Zeku held his windmill blade. Mr. Harry over there. Naruto motioned to MK. Against a chimp? Hardly seems a challenge. Dasa replied. Hey, I'm a monkey, not a chimp. See the tail? MK ranted while jumping up and down. Go. Naruto called as the group went on the attack. Jackie grabbed a long stick about the same length as a bow staff and used it alongside Ken and her own bow staff, twirling them around. MK mimicked their moves before the two went at it with him. You know you shouldn't play with sticks like that. MK used his magic, morphing their weapons into snakes, causing Jackie to panic and toss the snake down and jumped away from it. Yesh! Ken threw hers aside and flew at MK, tackling him to the ground, forcing them to roll around before MK kicked her off and she crashed into a tree. Sorry to drop a load on ya. MK threw a buzzsaw, slicing a tree branch from the tree she was under as the huge branch landed on top of her, puffing her away. This monkey in Spanish, jokes too much. El Toro ran and body slammed on the monkey, flattening him. Go El Toro! Pac cheered. Gracias. The wrestler smiled but found himself lifted up by MK, who morphed into a sumo ape and threw El Toro onto Zeku and Dasa, puffing them away. No. Naruto groaned, seeing 2 more dark chi warriors defeated by their own ally. Sorry. El Toro said sheepishly. Time for some girl power, Jade said as she and Viper jumped up. Ha! They delivered a double flying kick, knocking MK off his feet only to get restrained in Taru's grip. No escape now. Taru began, but Monkey King slunk his tail underneath Taru's armpit and used it to tickle him there. Taru started laughing, he couldn't control himself and ended up releasing MK. You guys are right as always, you make for better audience than fighters. MK used his magic, making the tree's roots rise up, wrapping the J-team and his friends. Let us go. Peiko demanded. Naruto turned to Kimamaru and Tayuya. You two go. All over it. Taeyuya said as they went to attack with Kimimaro whipping out his bone swords striking at MK who used his staff to defend. As Kimimaro swung his swords he noticed MK was slipping meat pieces on the sword and jumped onto the Dark She warrior's head taking bites of the meat, shish kebab. He jumped from Kimimaro's head. Oh, I'm having so much fun. Let's see how fun you think this is. Taeyuya started playing in her flute. Oh, what are you gonna do, lullaby me to sleep? MK chuckled until he felt his body move on his own, forcing him to dance, Michael Jackson's Thriller dance number. What the, stop that. This is not my kind of dance. Good work, that'll hold him in play until Uncle gets here with the chi spell. Naruto said. While they were dealing with MK, back in Konoha at the administration office, Tsunade was face down on her desk from so much paperwork until Sarutobi entered. Seeing her zonked out he smirked and crept over to her before announcing, Tsunade, you just hit the giant jackpot. Tsunade's head shot up. I won. I won. I won. I won? Sarutobi chuckled, so not funny sensei. Tsunade frowned. I'm sorry but I couldn't help it. I was having a nice dream too. She grumbled. The one with you swimming naked in a lake of sake again? The ex-Hokage asked until Tsunade glared at him. How? Jiraiya mentioned it once or twice. He admitted and saw Tsunade break her writing brush in half. Wait till I get my hands on that. Suddenly the door opened and Uncle entered. Hacha, I have completed the reversal puppet spell. I only need to now know the whereabouts of my apprentice and family. I can find them. Sarutobi used his crystal ball and pinpointed the location where they were. I must go there right away. Uncle said, preparing to leave. What's their situation? Sarutobi asked curiously. I sent them out to investigate a prankster monkey going by the name of the Monkey King. Tsunade explained. Monkey King? Sarutobi asked, looking surprised. Correct, which is why I must hurry and cast the chi spell and turn him back into a puppet. Uncle said. Sarutobi pondered, it couldn't be him, could it? I wonder, he spoke, Uncle, I'll come too. What, sensei? Tsunade asked. There's something about that Monkey King I want to have a close look at. Sarutobi squinted his eyes. Then what are we waiting for? Uncle called as the old man left the office. Back with the group, the Monkey King was still dancing around while under control of Taeyuya's flute. Enough of this Pied Piper gag. He manipulated his staff to fly at Taeyuya, stopping her music, allowing the Monkey King to move again, and used his staff to zap Taeyuya and Kimimaro, puffing them away. Shindu spoke through his thoughts, your Dark She warriors are useless. Hey, give them a break, at least they try, Naruto thought before speaking. Hey monkey boy, no one puffs my Dark Chi warriors. He launched combustion blasts from both palms, knocking MK into a tree. Okay, that was hot. MK coughed up smoke and stared down Naruto. Alright buddy, let's dango. Gladly. Naruto summoned about a dozen cage bunchins. You can multiply? MK gasped. Naruto smirked, like a rabbit in mating. Well, I can do that too. MK called as he used his magic, conjuring up a dozen clones as well. Wow, it's the monkeys. Jackie gasped. I can give Naruto some cover. Sakura managed to move her hand to grab a note-tied kunai and got Naruto's attention with it. Naruto used his levitation to pull the kunai over to him and MK, with Sakura activating it, releasing a smoke screen, confusing the monkey clones as Naruto and his clones gained the upper hand, landing blow after blow against them, dispelling them. When the smoke cleared, MK started pieing Naruto and his clones in the face and kicked them to the ground, and they poofed. The real Naruto stood up, whipping the cream off his face. You sick ape. You wanna play prankster? I'll show you the baddest prankster there is. The tiger talisman symbol appeared in his eye but shattered into two. Suddenly in a flash there stood two Narutos, but one had an angry look on his face, so angry he looked sort of like Sasuke when Pod, and the second Naruto looked timid and scared like a little mouse, making him like a male Hinata. Why'd Naruto just make one clone? Sakura asked in confusion. That's not a clone, Sakura, Jade corrected her. Naruto invoked the other power of the Tiger Talisman. Other power? Yes. When split apart, it separates both spiritual energies into two separate beings, yin and yang. Jackie motioned to both Narutos. Finally, I'm frickin' free of my pansy ass goody good. Yin Naruto glared at Yang Naruto. Hey, that's not nice. Yang Naruto whined. Screw you. Yin Naruto replied, alright banana breath, you want pranks? I'll show ya pranks. The ninja and monkey stood on opposite ends like a western showdown as a tumbleweed tumbled by and the two slowly cowboy approached one another before MK called out, alright partner, draw. The two charged at it, with MK using a flower spraying water in Yin Naruto's face, followed by Yin Naruto using the snapping gum on the monkey's finger. MK then reached into his bag of gags and started pieing Yin Naruto in the face. Irritated, Naruto grabbed from the monkey's bag and pulled out a pie, putting it in his face too. The group watched in disturbance. This is getting out of hand. Viper said in boredom. No kidding. Jade agreed. I hope my dark self doesn't hurt him too much. Yang Naruto drummed his fingers nervously. Yin Naruto started getting tired of pranks. Enough of the scrap. He tried summoning a Rasengan in his palm, but it failed. Damn it. Without my pansy ass self, I don't have my perfect chakra. Oh, who needs it? I got other methods. He started fighting the Monkey King hand to hand, but when MK tried to bite at Yin Naruto, he grabbed the monkey's tail and stuck it in his mouth, making him bite his own tail. Yow! MK cried and he cradled his tail, whimpering, I'm so sorry buddy, I'll never do that to you again. He kissed it and growled at Naruto, you just made a big mistake. He sent a magic blast from his staff at Yin Naruto, who jumped away. As the dark Naruto tried using heat beams, it forced him to fly back. Damn it, my powers are weaker without my other half. Looks like I don't have a choice. Hey weakling. Yes. Yang Naruto winced. I hate to say this and I emphasis on hate, but I can't do this without you. We need to be one again. You mean you want to join back? Yang Naruto asked with a smile. Only to regain full power, nothing more. Yin Naruto crossed his arms. Yang Naruto smiled, knowing he wouldn't admit to how much he really needs him, of course. He went over and the two pressed their right palms together and fused back into one. Oh! He groaned, now you see why I don't use that side of the tiger, Naruto told his allies. Okay monkey, let's dango. He attacked MK again with full power. I'm not going to get upstaged by a rank amateur. MK called, sending magic from his staff at Naruto, who countered using his blowfish and good chi magic, sending them in a magic blast standoff. Come on, Naruto. Jade called. Be careful. Jackie called. I'm almost there. Taru, who had been struggling to break free, ripped the roots off him and started freeing the others. Before they went to help Naruto, another blast of chi magic disrupted the two fighters. Hey, who messed up our duel? MK called until he saw Uncle and Saratobi. Uncle. Jackie called. Sandaime-sama? Sakura was confused. Seems we made it just in time. Saratobi smirked. Sensei, did you bring the reversal spell? Taru asked. Reversal spell not needed. Sandaime here have better plan. Uncle replied. Saratobi approached the Monkey King, who frowned. What's an old geezer like you supposed to do? Something you would never see coming. Saratobi performed the summoning jutsu, and in a puff of smoke MK could see a towering figure standing from it with a silhouette that made his sweat bullets. No, it can't be. MK cried. Stepping out of the smoke was none other than Inme, the personal summon of the Saratobi clan. Hello Shizaru, it's been a long time. Dad? MK gasped. Dad? Sakura asked. Shizaru? Jade asked, equally confused as Sakura. Inme turned to everyone. I am terribly sorry for all the trouble my boy has caused you. I can see sending you away for self-improvement has done you nothing. He glared at his son named Shizaru. Dad, please let me explain. Shizaru pleaded. Silence. I sent you out into the world to improve on your wiseness, to symbolize your principle of did no evil, like your three brothers Mizaru, Kakazaru, and Iwazaru have learned to symbolize with their own principles. But instead you go about giving us monkeys a bad name with your pranks and mischief making, and taking my title for your own. You call yourself a monkey king, you are nothing but a peasant compared to me. Enma chided his son. Actually Dad, that title was something the people started calling me. Shizaru continued pleading until he was grabbed by the throat and held up to his dad's face. Do not lie to your father. Enma bellowed. Shizaru's eyes widened, knowing he had to be honest. Okay, I admitted, Dad, it was stupid and wrong of me to do it. But I just wanted to make a name for myself by spreading laughs. I never really intended to hurt anybody. All I wanted was to make you proud of me as you were of my monkey siblings. Be that as it may, it was still wrong of you to cause so much tricks and mischief among the locals, as well as the trouble you've caused these people. When we return home I'll decide your punishment. Punishment? Shizaru gulped. Naruto watched, seeing the enemy he had been going at it with for the last hour or so, and suddenly saw a side of him he thought reminding him of himself. Wait, Enma. Naruto called. Enma turned to Naruto. Yes boy, what is it? Please spare Shizaru of any punishment. What? Enma asked. Naruto, how can you defend him after how he? Sakura was interrupted by fellow teammate. Because Sakura, I know where he's coming from. Huh? Shizaru raised a brow. I also wanted to make an image for myself. People hated me for something I had no control over. To cover my feelings of loneliness I began pranking people and caused mischief for attention. But as I grew I found others to accept me and I no longer had the need to prank anymore. What I'm trying to say is, go easy on Shizaru, because what he really needs is a friend. And maybe, just maybe, I can be that friend he needs. Shizaru's eyes were wrapped with emotion at what the one he was trying to defeat for actually coming to his aid. Enma, processing Naruto's words, smiled and let his son go, allowing him to breathe again. Naruto approached the ex-Monkey King, extending a hand. Come on Shizaru, why don't we start over as friends? Really, after all I tried to do to you and what I've done to them? He motioned to the Chans. Like I said, sometimes our acts are a cover-up, because what we really need is someone in our lives. So how about it, we cool? Naruto held out his fist. Shizaru looked at his fist and back at Naruto, putting on a smile. Frosty. They pounded it. Suddenly he felt a paw on his shoulder and looked up at his father, who was smiling. Shizaru, well done. You finally come to terms with your true principle of doing no evil. I am very proud of you. Thanks, Dad. Shizaru shed a tear before embracing his monkey father. It's a Kodak moment. Jade smiled. Later on, Jiraiya and Uncle were drawing up formulas on the ground and had Shizaru stand in the seal. Now then, the final touch. Uncle chanted his trademark chant as the seal glowed as a light shined through the ex-prankster. Soon it died down and Shizaru looked at himself. What did you do to me? Jiraiya and I have corrected your curse. Now you are no longer bound to the puppet magic, and the one who freed you has been restored as well. Uncle answered. Meanwhile, back in Kumo, Amoy was sitting on a bench looking sad while holding puppet Karui on his lap with his hand in the back of her shirt, making her mouth move. Oh Karui, I wish you were back. Suddenly, in a puff of pink magic, Karui was back to flesh again, surprising Amoy. Suddenly Karui noticed the position she and Amoy were in and found with fire in her eyes. Amoy. Yes, Karui? Amoy winced. Get your hand out of my shirt. She tackled Amoy to the ground and started beating the crap out of him. Back with the guys, the team stood opposite side of Enma and his son. So what's going to happen now? Viper asked. I'm going back home with Dad and make amends with the rest of my family. And find a new calling card in life, Shizaru answered. Hey Naruto, thanks again for setting me straight. I'll forget about it. He smiled. So long. Enma said as he and Shizaru poofed away. Sarutobi smiled. Enma always did tell me how much of a renegade his one son was, and only wished he set a better example for him. Now seeing them together like this reminds me just how me and my own boy have finally come to terms with each other. So the mission is over? Peiko asked. Si Peiko, the mission is over. El Toro answered. Cool. Can we get back home and eat? I'm starving. Jade said. Yeah, me too. Naruto added, and everyone laughed. About 3 days later, Naruto, Jade, Tenten, Hinata, Shizuka, Temari, and Ino were walking through the village until they spotted a group of kids running for something. Wonder what's up? Naruto asked as they went to check it out. When they reached what was going on, to their surprise they saw Shizaru performing as a one-monkey act as an entertainer for kids doing magic acts, and comedy stunts for academy students who were applauding and wanting more. That's right, kiddies. Give it up for Shizaru the Magnificent. Shizaru declared as he used his magic, making it rain jelly beans. Well, guess he found his calling in life after all. Naruto chuckled with Jade while Hinata, Ino, Temari, Tenten, and Shizuka were confused. As the scene irised out around Shizaru's head, it paused as he winked at the audience as it finally irised out completely. Well, that's the ending of that chapter. I do hope you enjoy this video. If you like to see more, remember to hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, and leave a comment down below. Until next time.